it's not just a healthcare hub, it's a movement. Our guest Shane Reid is Director of Clinical Operations for the Regina Rose Life Center. And with a 5-year vision in place, he's set to open Goose Creek's first homeless shelter and a day center for adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
Yes.
Shane, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So where did this compassion turn into a passion to help these vulnerable communities in your neck of the woods?
So as a kid, my mom plays a big role in everything that I've done so far. So basically, her work, just being a community advocate, being involved in NAACP, being involved in church, and
just a wonderful example.
It's an inspiration. It's an inspiration, and
but you have it inside you, though.
Yeah.
It's one thing to watch it, you know.
It was born. It was born with it.
You absolutely were, and I'm amazed at all the work that you do in the community outside of the Regina Rose Center. Tell me about the center itself. What do you do there? I know there's CPR training and things like that.
So we have prime focus on CPR training, which is cardiopulmonary resuscitation, BLS, basic life support. We have a strong emphasis in that, just for the simple fact of I almost lost my daughter, not knowing how to do so. So being able to equip other people in those life-threatening situations, and being able to see someone act on them in that moment of when it's intense and emotions are high, and being able to just revert back to your training.
Absolutely.
That's our focus.
It's very, very important. So your vision now is to expand what the center currently does, and now it's to help adults with developmental and intellectual disabilities. So tell us about that piece for a moment.
Great. A lot of my family members suffer with IDD disorders. Have family members ranging with diagnosis of autism, Down syndrome, and some that are just, not all the way as a quote-unquote normal person would be. And with that, I noticed that we have all these programs for that population when they're children and, I'm saying in the adolescent years, but they forget that they become adults. Everybody grows up.
That's right.
And a lot of the day centers now are focused on the geriatric community, and I don't think that, somebody that's diagnosed with severe autism or even minute autism wants to play bingo all day.
Right, of course.
They don't. They're interested in video games, and it's kind of like you get this niche, or they get this niche, and they're stuck with it for a while until they find something else. And
it sounds like Goose Creek was missing this.
Yes.
So you saw a need in your community.
Goose Creek is missing a lot of things significantly. We're a growing city. Mayor Habib, he does the best he can do, but he's only one person. So it takes a village to raise a child, and meaning that Goose Creek is our child, and we're going to raise it to be the best thing that we can make it.
That is so lovely. And then the homeless shelter part of it. So does Goose Creek suffer from homeless issues?
Yeah, so we
Goose Creek tend to hear about it in Charleston.
Yeah, so
else.
Berkeley County as a whole, we have a homeless population. I know when people think homeless population, they think tent city that was downtown Charleston and people living under the bridges, but you have families who suffer every day, and just because they're not walking around in rags and tattered clothing, it doesn't mean that they're not suffering from homelessness. A lot of people aren't able to, to advocate for themselves, and being able to make a place where, male, female, child feels safe. That's a big hope that I hope to bring to Berkeley County.
I think that's beautiful. And what I appreciate is the vision, and that you're sticking to it. It's 5 years out, which, like you say, it takes a village. You're not doing it all by yourself. You do have community partners.
Yes.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit more about what the collaboration is?
So of course, three of our biggest partners thus far has been iPlay. iPlay is located in Goose Creek as well. They're right outside of the city, so they're on the county line, and they're a music school, and I've taught there, and working with Raheem and Althea has just been great, and the knowledge that they instill into the children around the community, as well as Blessed Hands Food Pantry. There's been a point in my life where I had to receive services, so being able to give the knowledge and the information to the public, there's no reason why anybody in Goose Creek should be hungry at all if they have those resources. And third and finally would be Signal 7 Training Solutions. And well, they're not Goose Creek based, they're at Charleston. Jonathan Free, great guy, taught me everything I know. And he operates a CPR and BLS company in downtown Charleston as well.
That's wonderful, my goodness. Well, it does take a village, and it takes someone who not just has compassion, but empathy. And sometimes you have to be in that place to have the empathy, to understand what other people are going through, and you say that you certainly have that. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming on and sharing all of this with us. I think we've barely scratched the surface, so what I would like to do is to have you come back and we can talk further about this, because anytime you talk about a marginalized community and one that is sort of overlooked, such as it is so far in Berkeley County, you know, I think we need to talk more about that. So thank you so much for doing what you do.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Great to have you, Shane. Thank you. We're back after this.